really need to go and get some more supplies, so I'm off. I'm gonna grab the tram to Manchester and get some have a look at some sketchbooks, see what I can find. I've just missed the first one. I never rush. There's always like 5 minutes. In fact, there's one coming here, so I'm just going to grab my ticket. There's absolutely no point in driving there. I don't tend to drive to Manchester Centre. It's just too much money to park. And so it's nice and easy. It's just literally 5 minutes away from where I live to get here on the Metrolink. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be doing my St Aidans church sketch, and I'm going to have a look at some sketchbooks, see what else I may need. There's always something, but I'm going to try and work on a budget. There's a few things that I'm paying for. It's always really busy here in the city centre, I guess like everywhere else. Probably hear everyone. This is why I don't make a habit of coming into the city centre. I do enjoy it, but we're gonna, it's just a quick one today, just a quick visit, get a few things and see how we get on. Maybe I'm after something a little bit bigger than my previous sketchbook, but let's have a look. There's quite a few different types of sketchbooks. $6.37. The biggest decision I have to make now is, do I do my painting on paper or do I do it in my brand new sketchbook? Well, as you see, I did buy another sketchbook, and it's I wish I had the size offhand, but it's the Sea Whites of Brighton. Just sped up the video just so that you can see the drawing stage. It is an important part of the process, and so I didn't want to cut out too much. I just want you to get the feel for what I'm doing, and just in the style that I'm doing, the looseness. Yeah, so it is a Sea White of Brighton sketchbook, and I quite enjoy the paper, the texture, and it's quite reasonably priced as well. So this is a 60-page sketchbook again, so it'll take me around the same time to fill as the other one that I've nearly finished. So I've not abandoned that one by any means, but I do miss having a slightly bigger sketchbook. So let me know what you think. If you do like your small sort of pocket sketchbooks, which brand do you prefer to use, and what sort of size and format? It really does make a difference when you look at the size and the format and the paper. It sort of gives different results. But I think for the Sea Whites of Brighton, I'm quite happy. There's sort of a sort of minimum standard that I'm expecting now, and it is quite a nice paper. It's quite a nice book, set in quite a nice style, and like I said, the price is pretty reasonable as well. I used to use, a few years ago, I used to use the Stillman and Burn, which really are a nice sketchbook. Let me know if you've used the Stillman and Burn range before. They have all the different types of paper, even thickness of the paper, and also different formats. But for this painting, I am using my M. Graham pigments. So you can see the blue that I'm using for the sky. It's quite a nice summery sky, so I'm using the Cerulean blue. And for the top area, I will be dipping in a little bit of the French Ultramarine just to darken it up a little bit. Give me a few more defining cloud formations. There's my palette there, and I'm going in for the church building now. So I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I'm going to inject a bit more colour into this painting. So I'm not really, the colour for me for this one is not really that important. You'll see why as you keep watching. So I'm just allowing a few different colours and just letting them mix on the paper. Really, the colour is probably, it's not the most important factor of painting, unless you do want to get something quite realistic. But I think the most important thing over colour is tone. So you want to pay attention to your darks and your lights, and as long as you get those right, then it will look quite nice as well. So you can see just touching in a little bit of the pyro red as well, and I'm just letting those colours mix wet in wet once they're on the paper, and I'll get this nice, hopefully I'll get this nice looking colour mixing as it does on the paper. And for the buildings in the background, I want a cooler, so I'm stepping back into the sort of blue tones. The further away, then I want it to be, I'm trying to think of the word. If you do know the word that I'm looking for, it's opposite to vibrant, almost subdued. That's the sort of word that I'm looking for, but it is a specific word and I can't think as but for the buildings in the background, I want them to be this this word, which I cannot think, but I think that will offer up a nice bit of depth in the composition, a bit of distance as well, and I don't want the buildings to stand out too much, so they are set off in the background. They're taking not the centre stage, but they're more of an extra, and just painting around the gravestone heads in the cemetery. So this is quite a nice, fun little part that I'm painting now, and I'm using plenty of water. I'm just getting plenty of pigment down just to get those nice different tones as well. I'm still trying to think of that word. If you do know which word I'm talking about, then please do leave it in the comment section. And but yeah, I'm just having fun with this one now. I'm not going exactly as the reference shows. I'm just decided to plant a few of these headstones in the foreground, just for interest and decorating the grass and the foreground with them. So I am still treating this quite loosely. You can see a fly just making an appearance. We have had quite a lot of really dry, warm weather. Let me know if you've had the same, where you're from. It's just been really, really dry, and I think it's been over 2 weeks now since we've had any sort of fall of rain, so we are due. I think next week it's coming back, and for a few days it's going to be raining, so it's going to be good for the garden. I have been out doing the garden, so it's looking quite nice at the moment, but I do expect as soon as the rain comes it's going to shoot up. But yeah, if you're liking this video so far, then please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Let me know what you think, any suggestions, any thoughts or comments. Maybe you've been to St Aidans by Banbury Castle in the northeast of the UK. If you have, then what's your favourite part to visit? I was really impressed with this area, by the way, and the church and just everything. It was a really nice visit, and we did have the weather while we was there as well. It was supposed to be raining and a lot of storms, but we seem to have looked out this time, and we took my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law as well with us. So it was just nice to spend some time and go to a place that we've never been before. Is that something that you like to do when you get away? Do you like to go places that you've been before? Or do you like exploring different parts of the country, wherever you like to visit? Just drop it in the comment section if you've got any favourite places and favourite holidays. This was a caravan holiday, so it's very much like my childhood sort of memories kicking in, and many holidays in the caravans. If you don't know what caravan is, for those of you who are in the States, the trailers, trailer parks, trailer homes. I know they're known for being called trailers, but we do have quite a few in this country, quite a few parks, holiday parks, with the caravans or trailers, and different companies, different holiday companies do the UK holidays, so it is nice to do that. But I think the most important thing is the weather. For us in the UK, it's quite hit and miss, so it is nice to get abroad, and we're in that sort of a place where it is nice to get to Spain or different places in Europe. It's nice to travel and do things like that. But back to the painting, I digress. Just using a nice mix of sap green now for the grass within the cemetery, and I did pop in with my pencil just to get a few more details into this scene, just so I know where I'm going with different elements of the church, the windows and the gravestones, the headstones, just a light pencil mark, and then just going in with the pigment. So this is mostly the sort of a brownie mix. It's more like mud, so bits from my palette, just mixing those and just getting the darks, and you got this really nice highlight on the top of where the light's hitting the top of the gravestone, so I wanted to capture that. And like I said, I'm keeping it quite loose, quite simple, as easy as I can do, and hopefully it's quite useful if you want to copy or do something similar. Don't forget to give a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and yeah, let me know what you think of this video.